We are indeed going
So
here to
there you
game
go.
3 of this particular match. This is do or die for both teams. Whoever wins this game stays in the event. Whoever loses this game goes home.
That's right. All right, looks like we've got TNG as our alpha spawn.
We do indeed. Which team do you want, Zath? Pick one.
I'll take TNG. We
All right.
covered them yesterday a little bit, so that'll work.
Talk to me
So
about the TNG lineup.
TNG is bringing Ohio times 2, Goliath, Des Moines, Stalingrad, Moskva, Gearing times 2, and a Daring as well.
Double gearing. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. One of them, Zath, running what looks to be what's his name? Who's the ridiculous hockey commander?
Oven Chicken.
There you go. Because one of those gearings has 500 more hit points than the other one does.
Yeah, the formal name is Ovechkin, but we
always Ovechkin. There we go. Alexander Ovechkin, right?
Alexander Ovechkin.
Yes. All right, opposing them from the south, QQ7 coming to the dance with double Montana, Minotaur, double Moskva, and Zath 4 destroyers, Z52, double Shimakaze, and a Habarovsk. Yes. Very interesting lineup for these two teams.
Very interesting. Now, one of those destroyers, guys, actually is running 12 kilometers, the Shima, and then the other one, Somalia's Best, is running 20-kilometer torpedoes.
All right.
And look at that. Some of them are running the school bus camo. Others, I don't think, got the memo, but hey, it's all good.
So you said Somali is the one running the 20-kilometer torps, yes?
That is correct.
And he's the one headed to the sea flank. That's interesting.
So that might tell you that the plan is
to kite on that side.
C,
yeah.
And push AB hard. And you can kind of see that forming right now. Polarberg with the Minotaur, putting himself into a position to support Doommaster. Now, one of the things I want to mention is TNG banned the use of Z52 in order to get here and be the number 1 seed, or number 1 in that bracket yesterday in their group, I should say, taking out Star. They chose this time not to ban the Z52. So we'll have to see if that impacts the course of this battle. They chose instead to ban the Ragnar.
Well, they've already got Mario Andretti's Daring locked up on Zed Hydro as Doommaster crashes the island here in the middle of B. They're determined to keep Mario off this cap, not give these guys any chance to get in here. It's going to happen. They're going to pick up B very quickly. Now, one of the things I want to point out, Sath, right? If you remember the last event, okay, last King of the Sea, King of the Sea 12, we covered 00 or QQ. I think it was 00 at one point. And it was Polarberg was on one of those teams playing a Radar Minotaur. And we talked about what a huge impact he had on that game. He is watching him. I think the term that I used at the time was watching him play Minotaur is like watching the master at the canvas. I'm going to be very curious to see what kind of game we get out of Polarberg here as he works the sea cap flank on here on Northern Waters.
Yeah, he is quite the Minotaur prodigy. I would agree with that. Look at this. Look at these cross torps coming in on Doommaster. Of course, you're cross torping a ship that you're pretty sure is going to have Hydro on. So
he can see them all, but he's under Stalin radar there. Takes a whole bunch of full pins right through the bow. Harbinger's Ohio salvo. Was it the Goliath? I thought it was the Ohio salvo.
Okay, maybe it was. I thought it was HE coming in, so I thought that was Goliath.
It might have been. I don't know. Either way, just absolutely getting punished there under the one quick Stalingrad radar. But that's
very interesting.
Nope, go.
Very interesting to see Habarovsk in that position. You can see him just trying to start shooting things left and right, whatever he can, just get himself spotted, shot at, all that good stuff. What you expect out of a gunboat Russian destroyer, but I mean, we know it's been nerfed so many times with the bat. I'm very curious to see what QQ7 can do with that ship.
Their plan working out so far. QQ out to about a 100-point lead here. Little less than 4 minutes gone as they pick up B and A. A's about to be contested. There it is. Evergorn edging back into the top of the cap. I keep waiting for them to do something at C. They certainly have the initiative here with Polarberg's Minotaur handy. Somalia now going to back into the C cap. So earlier we were talking about the early pressure, right? Like the idea of using multiple destroyers to put pick up the caps and put early pressure on the enemy team to do something, whether it's good or bad. Could be force them to make a mistake. And we talked in how XIII has kind of adopted that strategy in the past. We're seeing it here a little bit out of one of their sister clans, QQ7, on Northern Waters.
Hey, speaking of oh 07 did win their game against PN, so they are tied 1-1 now.
Okay, so they're going to a game 3 here. Bit of a
Mm-hmm.
gunfight across the A cap. Guys, actually, Shimakaze getting into a bit of a gunfight with Aragorn's gearing, coming off the better for it. A little
Oh yeah,
surprising.
absolutely. Well, Shimakaze's got decent guns, and the bulk of those are in the rear, so he's better suited for kiting away shooting
Indeed.
than Aragorn.
It was enough to drive him out of the cap, reset Aragorn, get a few more ticks, which is what they did, and now Guys has dumped the entirety of his torpedo salvo into that smoke, knowing Aragorn has got to be back in there trying for the cap. Now he got a blind reset.
Oh wow. Polarberg just narrowly dodged torpedoes at sea cap using that special Minotaur British light cruiser acceleration to say, nah, I don't
Totally
need
awesome.
these.
Let's look at these
But look at
torpedoes
this,
come in on Aragorn. Is he going to be able to dodge them all? He's not. He takes a Shimakaze torp right in the stern. It resets him, and he's flooding now. No, I apologize. He DCP'd. That's a big torpedo hit, though. Aragorn can't afford to get spotted again. Even if he's legendary gearing, the Shimakaze spotting probably about ties him.
Yep. And remember, guys actually using those 12-kilometer Shimakaze torpedoes, those are the ones that you use when you're trying to fight in closer stage battles. So putting him on this flank, for the way that they're playing it, makes perfect sense. Much harder to see than those 20s.
QQ, 6 minutes in, nearly a 300-point lead here on Northern Waters. Everything going their way right now. As Imperator Danny on his Des Moines takes a big smack.
Yeah. And Megazao, look at Megazao.
Yeah, he's quite low there, but they're bringing Somalia's smoke in, both for him and for Polarberg.
Mm-hmm. Shots coming in on Megazao.
Megazao actually dark, but they get the fire. Oh, that fire could be that fire could be bad. That could be the end of Mega's game.
You coupled that with the Ohio's AP coming in, and then Two Crazy Eyes just got slapped as well from the Montana.
Yeah, I think Megazao, I just saw him radar. I think that's his acknowledgement now that he doesn't have a DCP. He knows he's going out here, so he's trying to get every little bit of utility he can. He takes some shots. He DCPs
he saved his ship.
He saved his ship and there's a heal. Woo! Dicey.
Wow.
Right down to the threads.
This is why you never declare a ship dead. I wouldn't be surprised if someone in TNG said he's on a sticky fire, he's out. You don't ever declare that ship dead. You keep firing at it till it goes. Even if it disappears, you keep firing anyway. Because look what just happened. Megazao's back up to 10K.
And look at Hoodlum's Kaba now, in between the B and the C cap, courting a gunfight with Righteous's Stalingrad. That's a ballsy move.
He's in a Russian ship, comrade. It's okay.
Oh, my goodness.
He's actually going down.
Oh, my goodness. They bagged the Shimakaze at A. That's a big kill. With Aragorn still on the board, that might allow TNG to pick this cap up.
Yep, that was Moskva radar that detected him.
Yeah, they pushed Red Cool up.
Then together.
And just tag teamed him out. And so now I have to wonder when DWO's radar is going to be available because Aragorn is incredibly low.
Well, you say that, but then look at Late Ohio.
Well, but also check what's happening into the B cap now. Mario Andretti's daring, pushing, diving the island. They've got Doommaster locked up on Hydro. But Doommaster's not there by himself. He's got the Kaba in support, and the Kaba's just beating the crap out of his daring.
I mean, that's kind of what it does.
That's kind of what Kaba does. But I mean, it's like, dude, you asked for this gunfight. You came after me. And guess what?
Right.
It's going to cost you your ship.
Yeah. I don't like that play. Like, if you're going up against what you think is a Z52, you see if you can bait the Hydro, and then you get out of it. You don't just go deep like that.
I don't like that play. 8.5 minutes gone, and so far QQ out to nearly it's over a 500-point lead here. They give up the 8 cap, but they don't need it anymore. They're within minutes of victory here. They can literally just kind of do what they do. Just don't lose a ship, hold what you have, and they'll win here in just a couple of minutes.
Right.
This is what I was talking about. It's at that early pressure, right? They racked up a 300-plus point lead before TNG was ever on a cap circle.
That's correct.
Now, they are retreating a bit off the cap at sea. That might allow Antonius' gearing to sneak in. He is well outside the radar range of Polarberg's minnow. And the Moskva is still in the game. That's Megazow's Moskva. Look at that, Zap. This guy was on 500 HP at one point. Look at him now.
I know.
25,000.
You wouldn't even think he was in trouble.
Nope. You'd never know it. Ooh, QQ into a bit of a trouble as they're getting close to 900 points, but Hoodlum getting a bit of focus here. Needs to turn on some of that speed and stay away. TNG not out of this game yet, but it's looking pretty bleak as QQ7 continues to tick up 2 caps, goes up over the 900 mark.
Polarberg just
look at
dodges
that.
a
Look at that.
torpedo.
Look at that. That is expert ship handling, ladies and gentlemen.
He's like, I meant to do that.
Pulls the brakes, knows when to stop, finds a gap, keeps on trucking. Now, if you've noticed that, they've pulled Doom out of the B cap entirely. TNG knows that now as they catch him on the Stalingrad radar.
Harbinger taking a torpedo in the face. That must have been Somalia's Shimakaze 20 kilometer.
Yep, I can see the torpedo wave there. It was definitely one of the Shimakaze torpedoes.
Yep.
I think they were trying to bring Doom Master Zed back to pick up the gearing and get that kill. But they don't need it. Even on 1 cap, they're 40 points from a win here. All they have to do is hold the B cap. You keep Righteous out of the C cap, out of the B cap, and you win the game.
Yeah, well, Righteous just popped his radar.
Yeah, his radar's out. How is Doom lit? The Moskva radar.
That's what I was saying. I'm pretty sure Stalin popped his radar.
Stalin popped his a minute ago. I think they've got him on Red Cool's radar. I think they pit him with the Moskva radar. Righteous is going to step onto this cap. Sense. There it is, 984 points, and just like that, QQ7's victory is denied. They're going to have to get a kill if they want to win this game.
Yeah, they might get one. Look at over at C-Cap. Look at all the torpedoes coming in right now for Goliath. That's it.
Oh, I missed it.
Wow.
I couldn't get over there in time.
Wow.
And it's that.
Holy hell.
Did you see whose torpedoes those were? Those weren't Shimakaze torpedoes.
No?
Those were Polarberg's Minotaur torpedoes, baby.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Polarberg got that kill. Polarberg got that kill, kids. There it was. QQ7 with the win. They're going to move on. TNG's tournament is unfortunately over here in King of the Sea 13.
By the way, Raptor?
Yeah.
While all this was unfolding at the end, I hope you don't mind. I got us another game 3.
Absolutely. Let's go do it.
23 minutes until we got the next game. So you need to look for Jason.
Okay.
Search for Jason. Jason.
Thank you.
You know, like you spell Jason.
I'm just making sure because we've seen a couple of weird Y's and EI's and all kinds of goofball spellings. No, for God's sake.
You know I'm just messing with you.
I know.